All right, let's now go through the examiner's report for question 3E here. So as you can see, only 3% of people got the full 2 marks here. The answer is as follows, 0, 1, 2, 1, 1. And that's what we've written, 0, 1, 2, 1, 1. Now it says that a method marker was available for one of the following answers that also reduced the overall time by 4 weeks and did not involve unnecessary wastage. So here they awarded you 1 mark if you went from 35 to 31, so you reduced it by 4 weeks and you didn't have unnecessary wastage there. You know, you ask me, it looks like they were kind of looking for something to give you a mark on because so few people were able to do this at all. But before we move on from looking at the examiner's report, I really want to stop for a moment and kind of think about what was the best way to approach this. And I think the better way to approach this was with the table method, because you also have to think about the situation where you're constantly rewriting on the network again and again and again. It's going to become very messy very quickly. So maybe the table method is advantageous here. But then you have to think for a moment, all right, if the table method is advantageous in part E, well, that probably means that in part D, so remember part D here, where we found 29 weeks, we probably should have used the table method as well. Because again, the network here would have been an absolute mess because you're constantly redrawing on it. I, of course, have the advantage of like copying and pasting it again and again, but you've got to think in an exam situation, you know, what's the better option here? So I know I'm spending a lot of time on this question and we're kind of going through the different ways of going about it. And the reason why we're doing that is because this is, you know, a tricky question. And if you want to come out ahead, you've got to understand and have a good, well-rounded understanding of it. And even if you say, you know what, I would never, you know, redraw on the network again and again, I think I would use the table method. You've got to be ready for the situation where, you know, maybe this is the better method to do it. Or maybe it won't be. Who knows? I don't know what the exam's going to be. No one does. So you just got to have a really good, well-rounded understanding of things so that when you do walk into that exam, you can kind of be nimble and do what is best. Hopefully you found this very helpful. I'll see you later.